Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together. Hey guys, Michael here with Properties to Profits. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to break down a deal we just did here in Columbus, Ohio, that I think shows perfectly what real estate's all about. It wasn't a home run deal. It was maybe a single for us. Maybe even some would call it a sacrifice bunt. Most buyers wouldn't have bought this, but we know this area extremely well. We've done extremely well in this zip code, this pocket, neighborhood surrounding it. And for us, it's a long-term hold. We believe the upside is there. And we solved a real human problem helping the seller. We were able to create about $60,000-ish in equity in this thing, maybe a little bit. And everyone won, and especially the lender on this one, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So this property was off of Rockhaven Place in Worthington. Columbus City taxes, Worthington City schools. That's the nice thing about it. What I want most people to understand is most good real estate deals aren't just about the numbers. It's mastering the community and understanding what's happening with the seller's life, especially in the single family home games and getting these houses at a discount. Life happens all the time, right? We've all dealt with it. And some of us don't deal with it as gracefully as others. Others kind of hold on to it a little bit more. It gets overwhelming. And so death, divorce, retirement, burnout, we all run into it, right? This particular seller was dealing with a divorce. His family had moved out roughly 2 years ago, and he became a homeowner who lived by himself. And so let's break down this house. We'll start with the numbers, and then we'll dive into the seller story a little bit more and see how it all works out here. So first things first, we paid $285 for this house. Rehab, $45,000. So we're in it for about $330, including closing costs and everything like that, lending fees. We're in about $10,000 more dollars. So we're in this house all in for $340,000. ARV, $400,000. We'll refinance it this month. We're set to close on it in less than 10 days. So with that being said, our total hold time on this thing, less than 90 days. We have 2 applications at $2,500 a month. This creates about $60,000 in equity. So on paper, this is a tight deal. No one's screaming like I got to have this deal. But location matters and long-term thinking matters here. Realistically, real estate doubles every 10 to 15 years. We believe this pocket will be on the shorter side of that. And so what did we do here? We were helping a seller going through a divorce. His wife had moved out. His kids had moved out. He'd been by himself for the last 2 years. And the house, he realized, was the last thing he was going to deal with. He had decided to rehab it himself, did the bathroom, realized it cost him a lot more, and he still had the rest of the house to go. He didn't even finish the bathroom. His funds got a little too tight. He thought it would be a little bit easier than what it really was. And that's most of our sellers, right? And he finished that, and reality set in that he had let the house go so far. House needed everything. It was dirty. He had animals in the house, and he didn't always clean up after them right away, so you could smell that. He hadn't done a deep clean on this thing since his wife had moved out. He was embarrassed to let other people know and see it. He didn't want anyone walking through it. He knows he could have maybe got a little bit more, but not. He probably would have netted an extra $15,000 on the market on this house. But he knew it wasn't going to show well, and he didn't want the neighbors to know how he was living. And emotionally, he was just done. He was going to walk away with a bigger check than he had ever seen in his life selling it to us. And that's what we did. We came in. We paid a little bit more than I would have liked this house. Roughly $15,000 more than we normally would be. But we were able to take the stress off the seller's plate. We got him a pretty high price for what it was. So much so, he gave us a 5-star review. And because he had walked away with more cash than he had ever had in his life, and he knew he could restart. And we helped him set those expectations of what he could do now that this was behind him and that he wasn't living paycheck to paycheck anymore. So, how do our deals come in? A lot of people want to know that. This gentleman saw us on a TV ad. He then went to our website and picked up the phone and gave us a call. We spent about an hour with him on the phone, met him out of his house. We don't always meet sellers at the house, but this gentleman wanted to be met at the house. All of this built trust. And at the end of the day, he was ready to move forward with us. And so now your question is like, why do you guys buy this tight deal? Like if we were to go sell this on the market, we'd maybe make 10 to 15 grand because market's not moving fast. And so like, why did we take it on? Well, we love this area. It's a nice school district. And it's a 70s house built. We don't think everything we've done, nothing's going to happen for another 10 years. Roof maybe first thing, HVAC's less than 10 years old. Has a very strong rental demand, and it's a B+ area. When you combine it with knowing that not much wrong is going to go with the house, we felt like it was a great deal. Time will tell. Why did our lender lend on this? Well, kind of goes back to all the same things I said above. They knew we were getting the house at a little bit of a discount, not as deep as we normally do, but they knew where it was. They know our market pretty well as well, and they knew that they would just take the deal on if it didn't go well. They knew it had nothing major wrong with it. It was just cosmetics, and that they'd make up for it on the back end. They earned 10% annually. We paid 1 point up front, and they'll have all of their money back in less than 90 days on this one. They didn't have to deal with tenants. They didn't have to deal with toilets. No rehab headaches. Just truly passive returns secured by real estate in a pretty good area. So I tell people, if you structure the deals right, the lender's really safe. And that's what happened here. So all in all, we're pretty excited about this deal. My property manager loves this deal because she gets another nice house to manage that is relatively going to not have any headaches. We're doing all the work that could maybe pop up in the first 2 to 3 years. Now it's just finding the right tenant to move in. We have 2 applications at $2,500 a month, and we're vetting them thoroughly. Once we do that, we set this tenant in, the refi gets complete, and we return the lender's cash and go do it all over again. This fourth quarter, we'll do about 15 of these, and we're hoping to do that consistently. Actually, a little bit more. I think our goal is going to be 30 a quarter next year. Just buy real estate at a discount, stack it, and continue to win. So all in all, we created about 15% equity on this house. So not a great deal by any means, but it's a deal we'll take on when we're really helping someone, and it's a great area, and we know the rehab's going to be relatively quick, and we get our money back and move on. So we're keeping some money in this thing. I think it's about 15 grand we're keeping in this house, but that's okay. Not all real estate is free real estate in this game we play in the perfect burst. But that 15 grand, I bet, will multiply substantially the next coming years. And so we're playing the long game here, knowing that this market's probably going to appreciate. Hope you guys found some value in this. I'm going to start doing more of these. I get a lot of messages on the last one I did, so we'll do more of these, and I'll try to make them better every single time. Appreciate you guys. Go follow my Instagram, RealEstateMike02. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.